So when you think about technology, it's great in many respects, but technology, particularly computers, require a lot of energy. The power to turn these computers on and to keep them running, but then also computers give off a lot of heat, and so we need to often put them in controlled environments where we are cooling rooms. So the more computers we have running, the more power we're consuming and the more cooling we need, which adds to our power consumption. So if we think about opportunities to reduce power consumption, but not necessarily our computing power or capabilities, we can look at possibly what they call server virtualization, which means instead of having, for example, a server that runs your point-of-sale system and a separate server to run your sales and catering system and yet another server to run your property management system, you might be able to buy one large souped-up server and host all of these applications on the same machine, thereby saving both energy and reducing your cooling requirements. But yet another approach would be to use cloud computing. And in cloud computing, it takes a lot of the technology requirements off the property and puts them into some kind of regional or central location. And again, it's got the similar concept of sharing servers, but one thing for you in particular is that by using the cloud, you're transferring some of your own energy costs to somebody else, and hopefully because they're sharing computers and creating environments that are good for these computers to run and doing so in a more efficient manner, they might be able to do better and ultimately create a more positive effect or less of a negative impact on the environment. So these are some opportunities. In addition, with cloud computing, there's some benefits because it takes a lot of fixed cost when it comes to technology, the capital expenditures, and changes them to more of a ongoing transactional cost. So it makes it more affordable, at least on the front end, for companies to get access to technology and the capabilities they need. And yet it puts the technology management in the hands of professionals who are really trained on things like the maintenance of the hardware, doing system backups, making sure that there's ironclad security and things like that. So there are a lot of other benefits to using cloud computing than just simply saving energy. But nonetheless, it's an important thing for us to call out because as you look at trying to reduce your energy costs, this is a very viable way now that companies are turning to in order to meet that goal as well as solve some of their other operational goals when it comes to technology management.